In today's episode of Building a Lunch Trailer, we're going to work on building a shelf for the register in the cash drawer right about here next to the sink. So what we have right here is the shelf will basically be sitting right here with the cash register and the display on it, and my waste tank will be underneath it, so I got to build framework around it because all the plumbing has to come in here. And my hand wash sink is going to be roughly in this area. It's kind of heavy. So my hand wash sink is going to be right here. The cash register and shelf, extra storage shelf will be right here, and the 3-bay sink right there. Another thing I'm working on, another item I have to put together are this right here. This is one of my cabinets. I got a cabinet going roughly in this area, and the cabinet is going to sit about right there. That's roughly what the cabinet is looking like. So as the cabinet basically sits up here, I'm gonna have drawers that kind of lift up versus slide. So that's the general idea. I haven't figured out what hinges I'm going to use to get that effect. But as the cabinet basically sits up here, it's 47 inches long. I think they're 16 inches tall, 13 inches deep, and they're basically going to lift up. And I'll put some bracing in there so items don't move up there. But that's where I'll keep my breads and things. And then another one basically right here. I could have made it longer, but I might make one more up in this area. I haven't decided yet. But basically another 47-inch cabinet is going to sit right here. It's my water heater. But the prep table is basically right there. And that's the other prep table. So hopefully this weekend I can get the shelf built, finish that woodwork up there, put the cabinets together. I can't really put them up only because I have to plumbing and electrical up along the ceiling. So I don't want to put the cabinet up yet because it's going to take up this area and it's going to cover a lot of this. But I'll put the crown molding, well, not crown molding, but I'll put my electrical and my plumbing. I have a box going here and an electrical box going here, but I got to run the wires first. So yeah, time to get some work done. Just getting some of the facade piece that I need. Actually, this is going to be the top surface of where my freshwater tank is going to sit. So I'm about to cut this out, and yeah. Okay, as you can see, I finished this little facade piece. There's nothing that goes in there or behind it. It's basically just a shelf that's going to hold the water tank that sits on top. Once again, I'm not the best with wood, so I kind of messed up on this corner. I didn't measure the ground properly to get this part as even as the rest of it, because I kind of wanted it to all sit like that. So I'm going to have to take my multi-tool and cut it down a little bit. But that's just so when I put the FRP board over, I wanted to kind of fill that void and go over the edge and cover it all. So I kind of messed up on that, but don't worry, I'm going to fix that. I think between today and tomorrow I should be able to put the FRP over all of this and make it that color. white like that, but that's FRP if anybody doesn't know. That's FRP, and I want it to go right there, right there, right here, and right here. And it's going to basically give you your non-porous surface that you're supposed to have in a food trailer or food truck. If you don't have stainless steel, it is. I didn't realize that my blade on my multi-tool was so bad that it's actually burning the wood instead of cutting it. Yeah, this spot doesn't have to be beautiful. It just needs to be flush so I can get the edge pieces, which a piece something like this one, but it goes on the edge, so I can get it around over this lip, over this edge. And there's an edge piece that goes there, so I just need the edge piece to go there so I can put the FRP in like it's supposed to. Okay, this is about where I'm at. From the mistakes I made with the Luan, cutting my angles, I did a much better job getting my angle right for the FRP section top. So that's one section of it, and then I'll put a piece coming down here, and then there's an exterior strip that connects them. FRP, you got to have 1/8 of an inch of play because it expands and contracts with the heat and cold. Once I finish with this part of the build, then I can go ahead and put my electrical box up, as seen right there. That's where my electrical is going. So I can put the electrical up and then place my water heater and start seeing how I'm going to run all my wiring and stuff. I know for the most part, my wiring is going to come up, and travel along the line here to get to the back. And to get to all the receptacles. And this thing's going to have to go. I'm going to have to build something for this on the outside because the refrigerator sits right here. My regular size fridge sits right here. So I'm gonna have to build something for that on the outside. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're moving along here. Okay, I'm at the stage to where I'm trying to tackle this dilemma I have with my wastewater tank and my shelving for where my cash register and checkout is gonna go. So I just finished building this nice piece that is technically the shelf for the cash register and an under shelf for extra storage for receipts and things. So basically this shelf right here, I'm gonna have it sitting roughly 31 inches off the floor, which gives you good counter height, plus a little cubby hole for extra storage. My problem is I just have to make sure my drain for the three bay sink has enough fall to get to this. That's the wastewater tank right there. And then my hand wash sink also needs to have enough fall, which I'll have that higher up on the wall. So it's gonna have enough fall, but then I gotta have pass through so I can get all the way over to this side to go into the wastewater tank, and then the wastewater tank is going to come out going to the floor to where I can have a spout on the outside. I'll probably put it on the back of the trailer, so I won't have my wastewater on the service side. I'll have it on the non-service side. This is one of the cabinets, and I was debating whether I should put a back on the cabinet, but being that it's going to go up here on the wall and there's FRP already on the wall, I don't really think I should put a back on it or FRP. I think I'm just going to paint them with a oil-based paint and call it a day for these, because technically they're not going to be really servicing food. Food's not really going to be in them. It's going to be packaged food on the inside of them. So I just put some stabilizers on them so they won't wobble too much. It's actually pretty stable now, but once I nail it up, I'll probably put some 45 brackets on it just to make sure it can handle more weight, and that should be good for that.